Hi guys, it's Castro782 and I'm here with my December 2011 pickups part 2, and this is all the retro stuff I got for December 2011. It was pretty much slim pickings that whole month, so I got a couple of hodgepodge things here and there, and I'll just go through them. Of course, I went to the Unique Thrift store, which is my main store for getting retro games, and I found a Genesis game called Wolverine Adamantium Rage, which is a Rarity 3 valued at $6. I got it for $1. Now this game had a torn label up here, so like there's no the top label is torn, so it's supposed to say Wolverine Adamantium Rage at the top of the cartridge. And of course, I hemmed and hawed about that for a couple of days before going back for it. And it was priced at $1.99, and I got it for $1 on their half-day off sale. And I thought, for $1, I'll go back and I'll get this cartridge. You know, I don't have it for my Genesis. And I know you guys, as collectors, were just like, deciding, you know, will that little flaw really matter? And I decided to go back for it. I know you guys have that same decision in your head. Every time you find something that's kind of got a ding on it, should you get it, should you not? I decided to go for this one. Next, I got Midway's Greatest Arcade Hits Volume 2 for the Dreamcast, which is a Rarity 5 valued at $2. I got it for $1.63. Found it in their CD bin, so you know they charged me the amount for a CD. Now this game, since it's a Rarity 5, it's pretty much quite rare. And according to the digital press, it says the rumor is the print run is a mere 5,000 copies. So, although this may look like a common game, you know, it's a Midway Greatest Arcade Hits, you know, compilation with Moon Patrol, Paperboy, 720 Degrees, Spy Hunter, Rampage, and Gauntlet, don't pass it up. It's actually quite rare. Next, I found Mickey Mania, Timeless Adventures of Mickey Mouse for the Super Nintendo. This is a Rarity 1, valued at $5. I got it for $2. The funny thing with this game, I was at the store and I was like, gosh, should I get this game? It was originally $3.99, and it was on their half-day off sale, or half-off sale on that day. And I was like wondering, should I buy this game? I think I own it. You know, like you go through your head, you try to remember everything in your collection, and I knew I had a Mickey Mouse game. I knew I had the one made by Capcom. I had both of them, and I knew I had one other one, but I didn't know if it was this, or which I guess eventually turned out to be Mickey's Ultimate Challenge by High Tech. I went back into my collection and I was like, wow, I had that game, not this game. So luckily I passed it up. And I know you guys probably do the same thing. You can't keep track of like similar titles. Do you have them? Do you not? Well, I gambled on this one, bought it for $2, and I didn't have it in my collection, so now I do. I was happy about that. Next, I found a Dreamcast controller for $1.63. It's your average gray Dreamcast controller. The funny thing is the digital press rates this as a Rarity 0, which means they need to look into it to decide what the value and prices are. I'm pretty sure these are common. It's probably Rarity 1. You can find them anywhere. Next, I found a Logitech High School Musical microphone, you know, for singing games on the PS2, Xbox 360, PS3, the Wii, anything that has the USB port on it. It has the little High School Musical insignia. And I got that for $2.99. I got it because I have Karaoke Revolution on my PS2 and I wanted to bring it to work. I don't know if my friends will play it there, but anyway. And the funny thing is, just minutes ago I opened up the bag that contained this, and it seemed like they stapled the price tag to the bag, and the staple actually went right through the cable. I was like, what? It went through the cable on the microphone. That was a surprise to me. I hope it still works. Guys, I mean, like, what are the chances of it going through the actual cable? Anyway, if it doesn't work, I'll just trash it. Next, I found Malibu Beach Volleyball for the Game Boy. The original Game Boy. Rarity 2, value at $4. I got it for $1.99. Looks like a cute little game from Activision. I don't know. Try it out. And probably the best find I found at the Unique Thrift was this purple GameCube, which was complete with all the audio, video, and the power supply. And it came with 2 Wavebirds, this one and this one, and everything's fine with that. And of course it came with the receivers and an Intec off-brand memory card. And it had a price tag of $14.99. And when I popped open the disc tray, there were 2 games in it, like stacked on top of each other. It was NBA 2K3. If I can get this open. These are like common games, but NBA 2K3 and NHL Hits 2003. You know, big whoop, they're common sports games. But I thought, for all that, $14.99 sounds like a reasonable price. You know, you get a lot. You know, memory card, Wavebirds, and the thing is, I go up to the counter and the lady pops open the disc tray and she sees that there are 2 games in there. It's like, do those belong in there? And I was like, well, I found them in there. And then she mocked me, like in front of all the customers. She's like, well, I found them in there. And I'm like, dude, why are you mocking me? I was like, bitch, just ring me up, man. All right. Anyway, she rang me up, and I got it for $14.99, which is a good buy. And actually, you guys got to let me know, in your areas, do you guys seem to find a lot of GameCubes being donated at your thrift stores? I mean, I see them everywhere. Literally, GameCubes are getting, like, donated by people. I think it's because the Wii plays GameCube games, and when people clean out their closets, they realize we don't need this GameCube anymore, and they're tossing them out. I wish they'd toss out the games so I could get the games, but I see GameCubes like all over the Chicagoland area at thrift stores. So let me know. Next, I went to GameStop, and I found a Game Boy Advance game called Klonoa 2 Dream Champ Tournament. Got it for $4.49. I thought I'd get it. It's like my GameStop happens to still have GBA games, and I know they're going to be collector's items, so I'm trying to collect as many as I can. This one, I have the original Klonoa on the PS1. Last but not least, I went to the Brown Elephant, one of my favorite thrift stores here in Chicago, and I found Road Rash 2 for the Sega Genesis. It's a Rarity 3 valued at $6. I got it for $1. Next, I found the Goonies 2 for the NES. It's Rarity 2. I found it for Rarity 2 valued at $3. I got it for $1. And probably the best find I found all month, which is Airbuster for the Sega Genesis. It's a Rarity 2 valued at $5. I got it for $1. This is a shoot 'em up type game. And I know it's a Rarity 2. It should seem common, but I have been looking everywhere for this game. I wish I found it complete. But it's an awesome arcade game I used to play. And if you're a TurboGrafx fan, this Airbuster is actually the same game as this game, Aerial Blasters. So if you know about this game, they're the same game. They're absolutely great. I hear the Genesis one has bigger sprites. Anyway, guys, this episode is dedicated to my friend Johnathan Bell, who passed away recently. He's a great video game player, a great man, and he won our Street Fighter Alpha 3 Championship tournament. And just wanted to dedicate this episode to him. Anyway, guys, thank you guys for watching, and happy gaming.